Behind the Scene presents the Mousham podcast is brought to you by Namaste Entertainment, Namaste Bar and Grill, Namaste Palace, and Alibaba Hookah Lounge. After party, Mince Alibaba. Hello and namaste. Welcome to the second episode of the Mousham podcast. Welcome you all. Today we have a very special guest, our very own Yumi. Welcome to the show, Yumi.
Namaste Sabezana. I'm Yumi, and it's a very beautiful day outside, and I'm very excited to be here as well as your second guest.
How is the weather, Yumi?
It's a bright sunny day, guys. Ekdamai राम्रो weather छ Dallasमा, and Dallas is cooling down a little. धेरै तातो थियो Dallas, but it's getting better.
How is the weather of your life?
Oh, it's been good. It has been amazing.
Oh, is it raining?
Recently.
Is it green? Is it the Cali weather in 70s? What is it? Is it how humid it is?
Oh, it's warm
It's
and
warm.
cozy. Yeah.
And do you like it that way?
Yes, I'm liking it this way. Recently say life हेर्दाखेरि it's looking beautiful and better and hopefully bigger.
No, of course, absolutely. That's the goal. The reason why I started with like how is the weather is on my Insta bio, that is what my bio is, how is the weather, and like my name is Mousham, right? So Mousham weather, it was like, yeah, it makes sense. Yumi, what is the story behind your name? Because you were telling earlier that it is a Japanese name, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense. It is a Japanese name. Because I don't think my dad and mom would ever think about a name Yumi. I know. Because I'm pretty sure they're still confused if Japan is a country or just a state of America. I don't know. But Yumi, tell me about the story of Yumi, the name.
Yumi. Okay. पहिला I love my name, and I think the name has chosen me, I know.
Oh, wow, okay.
So the story goes behind...
Were you born in Japan?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not.
Continue.
Yeah, I was born in Nepal, अनि काठमाडौँमा. So when my mom was pregnant with me, उहाँ चाहिँ बौद्धमा आफ्नो साथीहरूसँग घुम्न जानुभएको थियो कि. So there was this tourist, Japanese woman, होइन, उहाँको नाम चाहिँ Maki हो. So she was noticing मेरो momलाई talking with her friends, and she found my mom very pretty, के, smile मन परेर.
Okay, nice.
And yeah, she approached my mother, अनि मम्मालाई चाहिँ like conversation भयो, and मेरो momको broken English, होइन, a little English that she could speak, अनि उहाँलाई चाहिँ फेरि अब even in Japan पनि fluent English पनि त्यस्तो हुँदैन के. So दुवैजनाको broken English, and then there was a friend of my mom, you know, who was well versed in Japanese, okay? So that's how, you know, they got to communicate. Ani turns out she's a tourist. Ani मेरो momले चाहिँ she offered to stay at हाम्रो घर के at that time. Ani I think the same evening my papa and ma, they got her home.
Were you born at that time?
No, she was pregnant.
She was just
okay. She was pregnant with me. So
okay. But you knew that was happening from inside the belly.
No. Of course, my mom told me later about it. I know this is a good story, so I like telling people about it. Ani they घरमा ल्याउनु भयो, and she stayed with us for a month, right? So, and then she went back to Japan. I was not born yet, guys. I know. Ani जब like she went back to Japan, and they started exchanging letters. Okay, त्यति बेला letters को जमाना.
Wow.
And when she was writing letters, she told my mom कि मेरो बहिनीको नाम Yumi हो. If you have a daughter, name her after my sister.
So they became like best friends, apparently, right?
Letters,
Oh my God.
Through letters, yeah. It was
True
a very beautiful friendship, you know. And then, yeah, my mom, thank God my parents, they went with the name, you know, like they trusted the name, and that's my name today, and I'm very happy.
It's such a nice name. It's very short. I can spell it Yumi.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. I'm usually very bad with names, but Yumi is really, I think, it's a very distinct name itself. So that is your story.
Yes.
Yumi's name story. I mean, that's a really good story too. Are they still exchanging letters? What is happening?
I'm in touch with Maki auntie, but I think, yeah, my mom, like, she lost touch. Bistare, you know, life goes on, and that happened, but then they are reconnecting again, oily. And I'm in touch with Maki auntie. Now she lives in London with her family. She's a nurse there. So life is good for her there, and life is good for me here. And I'm hoping life is good for my mother back home as well.
No, absolutely. That's the hope. So have you been to Japan?
I have not, but it's on my list.
You should. You have a Japanese name. I mean, is it in your like top list of your like to go countries in the world?
China, but yeah, it's still there.
It's not in the top one?
मलाई बरु UK चाहिँ जानु मन छ to see the person who named me, and I think that would be my priority. तर मैले जापान चाहिँ सोचेको चाहिँ छैन.
मेरो
But
त-
then I would like to go, of course.
You should. I love Japan. I got a chance to go to Japan in 2014.
Oh, wow.
Right? I was just part of this Boy Scout in Nepal, and we're like a couple of people chosen to participate in Inspire Japan 2014. That was the event name, and that is when I got to explore how big the world is from Japan, because it was me going from Nepal, but then again there are people from all across the world there. Right, I even had some first love situation with a girl.
Wow.
We still talk. That the entire experience of Japan was something surreal to me. I was at the peak of my teenage age too, so it was a turning point in my life. The reason I'm in US right now is also because when I went to Japan, I get to explore all these people and places and realize how big the world is, how diverse the people are, the culture, the language, the aspiration and dream. So it really helped me dream big and be at a place where I can just be everywhere in the world, right? Because especially when you are coming from Nepal is a very small country, right? So when you are not introduced to this world, like for me it was Japan, you don't get that opportunity elsewhere to explore how big the world is, and your thoughts, your dreams just becomes limited to a country that you're part of if you don't explore places,
And
right?
how old were you back then?
I think I was 15.
15? Oh.
Yeah, that was like perfect age for me to be in Japan.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can tell.
Do you
Good
like-
exposure?
Such a good exposure.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was surprised by everything Japan. Because then again, it's Nepal, it's Japan, right? I mean, Japan is in like 2030 now. It's like 2024 barely. They're super advanced in technologies, right? I'm going to this restroom. We had to do like homestay as well. I mean, we're living in a hotel still for most part, but then the restroom that they have, it is high tech. There are like 100 buttons to do 100 things. And I was like, what? I was just playing around for an hour, sitting inside a restroom. People had to knock. Most of them, get out. But that was like, I was never used to
Yeah,
it.
of course, you're fascinated with those kind of,
Of course,
things. I
yeah.
know.
There was just a minor thing, and then you see this bullet train, the fastest train in the world. You're just amazed by every bit of thing,
At the age of 15.
everything, and that is the beauty about like traveling and exploring. In my first podcast itself, when I was talking with Miss Nepal Priyanka, she was telling about when she was participating in this world stage, she got to explore all of this world, right? Because there are people from like hundreds plus countries, and they're all like representing their countries. And when you say represent countries, they're also representing the people, the culture, the food, and everything, right? And when she got a chance to just explore everything, now she has connection everywhere. Right, and for me, same goes to me as well. I have connection to so many people across the country. I didn't know Moldova is a country until I got there and I met someone from Moldova. There's a Guatemala. There's people from America. There are people from South Korea. So there are all these people, and I was, oh my God, super fascinated by it. Have you participated in any such
Recently
event?
I did.
You
yeah.
did, right? What was it?
So it was the 29th Youth Assembly. हाम्रो AFS ले organize गर्नु भएको. So there were folks from more than 100 countries, yes. अनि सबैतिरबाट youth delegatesहरू आउनु भएको थियो. So I was also representing Nepal there, and it was a very proud moment. मेरो आफ्नै
What was
लागि,
the
हैन?
best part of it?
I got to go to the UN. I was
You
inside.
did, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I was
yes,
there.
yes.
So मेरो लागि चाहिँ त्यो हुन्छ नि धेरैचोटि न्युयोर्क गएँ घुम्नको लागि, but every time, you know, I would think about, oh, let's go visit UN को building. I was like, होइन कुनै दिन चाहिँ कामले आउँछु यहाँ,
Yes,
घुम्न चाहिँ आउँदिनँ
yes,
भन्ने
yes,
एउटा
yes.
इच्छा थियो होइन. So that happened. अनि I think मैले manifest पनि गरेँ कि यो कुरा चाहिँ. अनि when you stop wanting something, होइन, I think that is when universe ले चाहिँ gives you हुन्छ नि त्यति बेला के.
It always, yes.
I know,
it
and
always.
I think that was the moment for me. And as I walked into a room and full of delegates from around the world, I felt respected. I felt like I have a voice. I know. अनि यति धेरै मान्छेमा I'm also somebody bringing value on the table भन्ने एउटा हुन्छ नि validation चाहिँ पाएँ कि आफ्नो कामको लागि validation पाएँ, not for myself but more for my work. अनि it was amazing. हुन्छ नि एउटै मोमेन्टमा I felt very big and I also felt very small. किनभने यति talented होइन, यति aspirational, inspirational मान्छेहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो त्यहाँ रुममा. So it was amazing. I cannot अझै पनि, you know, I can keep on saying about it, but then I think it will never be enough until there's something next and something big in my life. अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ yes, that was a very beautiful moment.
Because I did see some of your stories as well that you post, and
I have been sharing so much about
I
it.
do, yeah. I mean, because Mopani, I've never been to UN. It has always been a fascination. Even while I was in Nepal, I did my bachelor's in poli-sci and international relations. So UN was something that I always wanted to, like, at least be part of in any capacity. So I'm really open to that idea as well as I explore my own things. But yeah, I also want to go to UN, not as someone visiting there just to see the building and take a picture, but someone going there because UN is inviting you, right? UN is inviting you, and then you are you're at a place where you are making an impact. Sharing your words, opinions, and belief, and people are listening to it. Yes. And you never know, it might be so impactful that it might have some change, bring some change in a global stage, because that is what UN, the United Nations is, right? Yep. So I'm pretty sure that was your experience as well, right?
Yeah, and then we were 7 of us going. तर नेपालको अरू delegates पनि हुनुहुन्थ्यो के त्यहाँ. So some of them they're flying from Nepal. Some of them they're also flying from Australia. अनि हामी यही US-बाट पनि we're going there नि त. So यस्तो feeling के united by the nation वाला feeling हुन्छ. नेपालकै delegatesहरू तर different कुनाबाट आउनु भएको थियो, and we all have a different life.
Were they wearing dhaka topi?
Oh yes, some of them, yes, I know.
We're so easy to spot too. It's like, yeah, that is Nepali. Look at him, he's wearing dhaka topi. Of course.
Yeah, I think it's a pride, and people wear it with immense pride. I know. Ani, like you said, spot garna pani sajilo huncha. Yes.
So easy to spot. Oh my God. So we are, I think, one of the most fun people in the world, because we're always,
we are loud and happy and proud about it.
Yeah,
I feel I think we were the life of the party. Okay? So last day ma चाहिँ हाम्रो cultural fest थियो, and we had an amazing time when we had few of our friends dancing पनि. So सबैजनाले ताली पड्काएर हैन, सबैजनाले रमाइलो गरेर, and then some of our friends were dancing, but we were also singing for them, cheering for them. And then अरूहरूले perform गर्दा, अरू मुलुकको मान्छेहरूले perform गर्दा पनि we were very there, we wanted to be there for them. So I think त्यो एउटा camaraderie feeling र त्यो loud and proud चाहिँ हाम्रो नेपाली culture मा
त्यो हुन्छ. Whenever you see Nepali people, especially on a global stage, we make an attempt to bring the entire country with us. And the best part of country, always the best part of the country.
And then हामी चाहिँ यस्तो देशबाट आउँछ कि सानो छ देश साइज वाइज हैन, तर सानो एउटा अचिभमेन्टलाई पनि मजाले सेलिब्रेट गर्ने कन्ट्री हो जस्तो लाग्छ कि हामी नेपाली जनताहरू पनि त्यस्तै हुनुहुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ कि.
And we are, because our dreams, I mean, we are not, I don't know, for some reason, we are not a big dreamer. We tend to dream small and be happy about just achieving it. And in essence, that feels more organic to a life as well, because most of the time, we're always like having these big ambitions and dreams and trying to work for it, but never achieving or being even near to it. Most of the people, but we Nepali people, I think at least the most of the people that I know about, we have certain things that we want to achieve. Yes. Those dreams are achievable. Yes. Because those are tiny dreams, and we just compound those tiny dreams every time we achieve it. Because then when you have a big dream, right, you spend years and years and hours, most part of your life just chasing that dream and finally accomplishing it, maybe, right, after 30-40 years. What it does, it only allows you to focus on one particular thing about your life, which also becomes the only meaning of life that you know. And also becomes the meaning that you would not be able to attain until after 30 years of working towards it. So most of the people who dream small, what happens to them is they don't have to spend 30 years. All they have to do is maybe spend a month, sometime 2 years, 3 years, or maybe a year max, and then they achieve it. And what happens next? They go to move on to another dreams. And so by 30 years, they have like 30 different dreams that they have achieved. And when you compound that together, Yumi, I mean, that is the biggest dreams anyone can ever dream of. And I think we Nepal people do that. And now as I'm thinking and I'm sharing this with you, that is exactly how I feel I should be too. Because I'm a dreamer. I have big ambitions, Yumi. But I'm also someone who dreams small at the same time. Like there is a big dream, but then again, there's this tiny dreams I'm fulfilling each time. And I also know for sure, for fact, that these tiny dreams are a bridge towards that big dream to achieve. So for 30 years of my life, every year I'm achieving this new dream. And when I'm after 30 years, when I finally reach that point, that exactly that moment, because of all these tiny dreams that I've achieved, my big dream has finally been achieved. I think that's how I think about dreams and ambition.
Yeah, we're like even I think I am on the same spectrum, of it. So yes, sano achievements haru huncha, and there's always a bigger goal. So हुन्छ दिमागमा हुन्छ त्यो पनि हैन, तर इन द प्रोसेस अफ अचिभिङ त्यो ठुलो गोल चाहिँ त्यो सानो अचिभमेन्ट्सहरूलाई पनि सेलिब्रेट गर्न चाहिँ छोड्नु हुँदैन.
So and a lot of people do that. The thing is, a lot of people just undermine those small achievements. That those small achievements are the biggest achievement at that particular point. We tend to forget it. We even tend to undermine how much of effort we are putting on it, although we are putting on it every single second. So I think what we all have to do is, despite of us achieving big dreams or not, as long as you are dreaming, you are living. And just work towards it. Take care of your health, and just don't underestimate anything that's happening to your life. Because when you're talking about participating in a UN conference, you also told me that you stop at a certain point, and when certain things stops, life kind of open doors for other opportunities, right? So exactly, that always happens. And what we do is we just get very overwhelmed and anxious when one thing stops. The reason one thing is stopping is because now life is introducing you to a thing called life, which has millions of opportunities. Now what you do, most of the time we're stuck because we are just following the same path. So when it comes to any stop, we don't know what to do because we are used to that path so much. We almost feel like this is the end, right? So, and when we become wanderer in life, so what we need to do, as you were telling earlier too, you have to be open to all those life challenges. You have to be open to all those life opportunities, because if you're able to find and be open to those opportunities, life will treat you so well, and you'll be at a place that you had never imagined, and living would be so beautiful.
Okay, tell me this, Mousham. Are you at a happy place?
I'm at a happy place. I'm at the happiest place, Yumi, to be honest. And happiness is a state of mind anyway, right? And happiness is also an habit. When I was talking to some of my friends yesterday, I was telling them about life. We're talking about life and things, right? And I was telling them life itself is so nice and full of happiness. It is us who bring challenges to life and make it terrible to live. Because a lot of people don't find it easy to live, but life is the easiest thing to live. It is always us introducing our life to all these challenges that are not even in existence. And we're always stressing about things, trying to make life better, but you don't have to make life better. Life is already better. And I just don't, that's how I think about my life. And as many times as I think about it, I am introduced to the fact that yes, this is a fact of my life, and it just allows me to enjoy the best part of life, right? And that is the beautiful thing. But anyway, what I was getting is, so I'm 25 right now, right? You said you're turning 26.
Yeah, I'm turning 26 soon.
Is it next year?
25. No, it'll be this year.
It'll be this year?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You said you're Libra, right? Is it?
I am a Libra.
You're in Libra. Because I never get like what, I think I'm Aries, Libra, Sagittarius. I don't even know these signs. Okay? I don't even believe it. In first thing, do you believe it? Do you believe in signs?
I do believe in it. किनभने कतिवटा लिब्राको traits हेर्दा I go, yes, I can relate to this हुन्छ.
So many of them?
A lot of them, I would say.
So if I quiz you based on how I have been interacting with you, we even talked while driving here too. What would you say? Am I an Aries or Sagittarius or Libra or Pisces? I mean, I
think मैले आफैमा धेरै research गरेछु.
Then the other. So you know more about.
I can tell about myself.
So you can spot a Libra.
Sometimes yes, but not every time. But there's so many layers to it. अब सबै लिब्रा एउटै भयो भने त यो वर्ल्डमा यति धेरै मान्छेहरू हुनुहुन्छ. Everybody's gonna look the same and everybody's gonna talk the same, right? So know that I cannot spot a Libra. But when they say like, oh, I'm a Libra, then I can say, oh yes, you are a Libra.
But is that how you start your day? Like before you get out, you look at mirror and it was like, yeah, you are a Libra. Let's do Libra things. What does it mean to be Libra? Like what makes you Libra, by the way? Because I don't know what Libra is.
Libra, say even if you look at the symbol, say scales, okay? So Libra loves balance, and मलाई पनि लाइफमा चाहिँ balance मनपर्छ हुन्छ नि. Like if there's a little, if one side is weighing heavier, then I need to balance it out. So त्यो एउटा balance नै हो, लाइफमा balance चाहियो.
What is the one word that describes you?
Me?
Yeah, one word.
Oh, I like this question. It's making me think.
No, yeah.
One word.
Yeah, one word, just one word. I mean,
काम भन्यो भने मेरो साथीहरू आस्ला होइन बिकज दे हेभ सिन मी एन्सियस एज वेल होइन
Okay.
तर अहिले दिमागमा काम आइरहेछ बट आई नो द्याट इज नट द वर्ड द्याट डिस्क्राइब्स मी बट आई
So what's the point of you saying me calm then if it
Huh?
is not? So what is another word?
दिमागमा
Okay.
आइरहेछ
Tell me
but
another
if I'm
word.
gonna say this my friends are gonna say oh she's lying
She's not calm at all.
because they have seen me anxious you know they have seen me ranting they have seen all the complaints they have seen me cry so
Any hobbies you have? Yumi?
maybe I think अहिले चाहिँ I'll come back to the hobby होइन अहिले चाहिँ I feel calm त्यही भएर दिमागमा चाहिँ काम आइरहेछ
Okay, the state of mind based. So at this
yeah.
point, say that is the word. And okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. You tell me about your hobbies.
hobbies यति धेरै छ so I love dancing
Okay, nice.
yeah I
Yeah.
love dancing I think दिनमा एकचोटि चाहिँ I find that time for me to
So dancing,
just
when you
do-
say you love dancing, is that you're passionate about it? Do you do it like something like the thing that you do, or is it just?
professionally so I've never pursued it होइन तर यत्तिकै I just like to put on my headphones earphones अनि त्यसपछि just shake it off हुन्छ नि दिनभरि यति धेरै कहिलेकाहीँ टेन्सन हुन्छ कहिलेकाहीँ there are moments to celebrate so I just like to dance and release it होइन so I have my me time त्यसरी नै and at the same time I love to paint कहिलेकाहीँ बसेर यत्तिकै पेन्टिङहरू गर्छु सो पेन्ट गर्न पनि मनपर्छ अरू के छ मेरो हबिज आई लाइक टु राइट समटाइम्स त्यो गर्छु
Write as in, what do you write, like poems or thoughts?
जर्नल गर्छु तर कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ पोएम्सहरू थट्सहरू पनि लेख्न मन लाग्छ
Okay.
द्याट इज समथिङ आई डु होइन अनि बसेर मजाले बेन्च वाच गर्ने एनी सोज होइन त्यो मुभिजहरू आई डु द्याट सो देयर मेनी थिङ्स आई लाइक टु डु मोस्टली चाहिँ क्रिएटिभ कामहरू गर्न मन लाग्छ
Nice, because you have been like wearing so many hats too, right? So you are a co-founder of Entrepreneurship. There, how many founders are there?
There's 4 of us अनि म चाहिँ the initiator and co-founder होइन of Entreprenaari
Who are the other
अनि
three?
we have Prazu on board we have Sakshi on board and
Prajwal,
we have
Sakshi, and
Nisha.
Nisha.
Prazu
Sorry, Prazu,
Yeah.
Sakshi,
and Nisha.
Nisha.
Yeah, I have a beautiful team and for those who don't know about Entreprenaari यो चाहिँ हाम्रो सानो initiative
This is the plug.
yeah सानो इनिसिएटिभ तर इट्स गेटिङ बिगर एन्ड बेटर एभ्री डे होइन सो अन्टरप्रेनरीमा चाहिँ हामी के गर्न खोज्दैछौँ भने वी ट्राइङ टु बिल्ड एन इको सिस्टम फर वुमेन अन्टरप्रेन्योर्स एउटा प्लेटफर्म होइन सो आई स्टार्टेड सो नाउ द्याट आइम थिङ्किङ अफ इट मैले लास्ट टाइम पडकास्ट गरेको चाहिँ 2 वर्ष अगाडि थियो कि अनि त्यति बेला चाहिँ मैले भर्खरै आफ्नो क्यान्डल कम्पनी कथा डेकोर्स लन्च गरिरहेको थिएँ सो इट वाज ड्युरिङ द्याट टाइम अनि आफ्टर कथा डेकोर्स आई हेभ कम अ लङ वे होइन विथ
What is the origin of Entrepreneurship? Like, how did you come up with this idea?
Yes, I'm coming to
Okay,
that.
okay, okay. I'm
With
excited.
Katha Decors,
I'm excited.
yeah, I'm coming to that. So Katha Decors, but see, there have been few endeavors. I know, मेरो life has taken me from up and down, left and right, सबैतिर. अनि as I was exploring these ways, say मलाई के feel भयो भने there's lack of mentorship, resources र network for women entrepreneurs. होइन त्यो गर्ने क्रममा चाहिँ आई ह्याड दिस आइडिया इन 2023 आई थिङ्क जनवरीको टाइममा कि यो नेम क्लिक गरेँ कि अन्टरप्रेनारी अन्टरप्रेन्योर
Very creative. Oh my God.
yeah.
Entrepreneurship.
अनि या सो नारी भन्नाले वुमेन इन संस्कृत होइन सो त्यो मिक्स गरेर आई ह्याड दिस नेम कि आई निड टु कम आउट विथ समथिङ होइन एउटा कम्युनिटी चाहिँ गर्छु भन्ने थियो बट देन द्याट आइडिया गट सेल्फ कि मसँग राम्रो टिम थिएन त्यति बेला र आफैले एक्लैले गर्ने आर्ट पनि थिएन एन्ड गुड थिङ कि आई डिन्ट डु इट देन एन्ड आई वेटेड त्यसपछि या बिस्तारै आई मुभड अन आई स्टार्टेड अ बुटिक एज वेल होम बुटिक होइन त्यो गरेँ मेरो ममको बुटिक छ सो आई वान्टेड टु हेल्प हर एन्ड एक्सप्यान्ड इट इन द युएस सो आई स्टार्टेड डुइङ द्याट अनि इन द्याट प्रोसेस आई Sakshi also joined me for my boutique, Kala. अनि त्यो गर्दा गर्दै एक दिन चाहिँ ऱ्यान्डम साक्षीले वी आर जस्ट मुभड इन टु अ न्यू प्लेस के अनि घर खाली थियो फर्निचर्सहरू केही थिएन सो सी वाज लाइक आई थिङ्क अझै 1 हप्ता लाग्छ टु गेट इट सेटल लेट्स डु अ पपअप भन्यो कि घरमै फर द बुटिक अनि आई वाज लाइक ओके लेट्स डु इट वी हेभ हुन्छ नि फ्यु डेज लेट्स मार्केट इट अ लिटल अनि गरिदिउँ न त घरमै पपअप भने एन्ड देन आई न्यू फ्यु फ्रेन्ड्स लाइक प्रजु निशा दे अल्सो ह्याड दे ओन बिजनेसेस होइन सबैको आफ्नो थियो सो आई कल देम ओभर अनि वी डुइङ दिस स्मल थिङ घरमा आउन त तिमीहरू पनि लेट्स डु इट होइन सँगै भनेर गऱ्यौँ तर त्यो दिन नो वान सोड अप हामी 4 जना 5 जना बसेर हैन कोही आउनु भएन वी वर जस्ट सिटिङ डाउन एन्ड ह्याभिङ दिस कन्भर्सेसन हाम्रो कम्युनिटीमा के छ के छैन हैन कतिको रिसोर्सेसहरू छ हामीले के गर्न सक्छौँ भनेर
So when you said those four, did they four had their own thing going on like
Yes.
you did with Kala?
and Nisha has her choriko brand that's an achar हैन she does that
yeah, choriko brand. I've heard about it.
That is what she's doing. अनि प्रजुले पनि हेनाहरू गर्छ फेस पेन्टिङहरू गर्छ सो वी अल्सो वान्टेड अ लिटल हेना कर्नर हाम्रो पपअपमा सो वी डिड द्याट अनि वी अल्सो ह्याड अस्मिता दी फ्रम देशी दिवा अनि उहाँ पनि हुनुहुन्थ्यो सो यो प्रोसेसमा चाहिँ वी वर लाइक लेट्स डु समथिङ भन्दा भन्दै अन्टरप्रेनरीले चाहिँ एउटा सेप लियो कि एउटा लङ टाइम ब्याक
Who decided the name? How did you find that out? I mean, who decided it?
I had this name in my mind.
Entrepreneurship भनेर.
Yes. यही नाम छ भनेर चाहिँ थियो तर कहिले पनि त्यो पपअपलाई चाहिँ अन्टरप्रेनरी भनेर सोचेनौँ क्या सो मुभिङ अन फ्रम त्यो घरको पपअप चाहिँ हामीले पछि चाहिँ डाउन टाउनमा एउटा गऱ्यौँ कि आर्क बाई सुकीमा एन्ड वी ह्याड 8 वुमेन अन्टरप्रेन्योर्स अनि त्यति बेला पनि ल अन्टरप्रेनरी गर्ने भनेर थिएन क्या त्यति बेला वी वर जस्ट हुन्छ नि
Trying things out.
trying things out and then Prozu was like let's come up with a name and that is when हुन्छ नि मेरो त्यो oh this is a right time to plug it in भागो के मलाई अनि
Thank you, you asked.
yeah thank you you asked
you
I've been willing to
Yeah.
हुन्छ नि use it somewhere because I have this name भयो अनि त्यो एउटा कोलाबोरेसनको अप्रोचमा थियो but त्यो पपअपमा चाहिँ we had over 200 people show up के as an audience अनि that was really giving a wings
Wow.
to our dream हो नि त अनि त्यसपछि we had another meeting अनि that is when हुन्छ नि 4 जना बसेर we decided yes entrepreneurship is it हैन let's make it a team let's make it a brand हैन let's work towards it भनेर अनि since then it's a history अहिले हैन we're still working on it and I love it I love my team.
Exactly. I think you guys have been doing a fantastic job. I mean, you're bringing all the entrepreneurs at one place, giving them the platform. Because I participated in, I mean, I was there, at one of the pop-up events recently. I think maybe a month or 2 months ago. Was there an event a month or 2 months ago? June, July?
June Matthew, yes.
June. I think I went there. I know I went there for sure. I also went to your other event too. I don't remember that. But it was my friend Rasna from Fiva Candle actually. So she was the one who introduced me to entrepreneurs. She was sending me this invitation to join that event. I was like, yeah, of course, why not? Let me support you the best I can. So I went and I saw all these entrepreneurs at one place because I would have never imagined. I mean, I know Dallas is big now. The Nepali population is really huge just within this DFW area itself. But it never crossed my mind that there are so many women entrepreneurs doing so many different things. So many. They are doing the mehndi, they are doing the achar. I think I got some the dog bites or something, the food for dogs. I got that from the last event.
Oh yeah, that was from Yakati.
Yeah, and they are like they are selling these t-shirts and all amazing designed t-shirts. Love them all. So you're having all these small entrepreneurs, and oh my God, I really felt so nice about it because it really shows that yes, women in Dallas, Nepali women in Dallas, they're active. They're trying to find a place within Dallas. They're trying to experiment with all these ideas, and now they have a platform, right? If not, they would just be limited to a garage or to maybe a one Instagram page that nobody even likes or follows, right? But now you have this big platform, and you told you're telling me 200 people attended. How many people attended the last pop-up?
We had over 1,000 people.
Over 1,000, exactly. Over 1,000. That level of exposure, nobody can anticipate that just if there was no entrepreneur. So it is a big deal first thing to do it, right? Because you guys were the one doing it before, and more now, I think. But now they're getting opportunity where they can try and now dream too. Because I'm pretty sure the number of people attending will increase. Again, when you do it next, the number of people participating, the entrepreneurs, they'll also increase by maybe twice, thrice, fourfolds and more. Because I know the population is getting big. Women in Dallas, Nepali women in Dallas, have had enough of staying inside. You know, they want to do, because so many people I know, they have this the clothing line. They limit themselves in a garage, and that's where they make most of the sales, right? But now when you have this additional platform, it's like more exposure. 1,000 people saw them last time. More people will see them next time, and there is all this exposure by the social media and the marketing of the event itself. So that is such an incredible opportunity for all these women entrepreneurs. They are finding a place, because especially if you're coming from Nepal, most of the women here, right, coming from Nepal, they are trying to find the opportunity, try to be someone, find themselves, because it can be a very sad and lonely place oftentimes. And when you are having this all entrepreneurship ideas, and when you want to do it, it's even very difficult to find a support to do it. But when you see things happening, when you see people doing it, you're like, oh my God, I should do it too. I have this amazing idea, I think that will work. Let me try this. So it is empowering women. It is giving them the entrepreneurship opportunities. It is gaining them extra source of income as well. And sky is the limit. You never know how bigger the business itself will be. So thank you to Entrepreneurari and all of you guys. I mean, I hope you continue to do this and more. What is next for Entrepreneurari? Have you been thinking anything? What are the closed door meeting like? What are the closed door meetings like?
The meetings are fun, you know.
Do you argue ever? It's like, is there ever like class of ideas, opinions?
Touch wood.
No,
Touch wood. अहिलेसम्म भएको छैन हैन. We have a very good meeting on every हप्ता हामी एक दुई चोटी चाहिँ बसेर over a Zoom or कहिले काहीँ भेटेर we do that. अनि coming back to Entrepreneurari, you know, and all that. अबको next मा चाहिँ I think that's what you asked me, you know. Next चाहिँ हाम्रो September 8 मा रक्षा दिदी हुनुहुन्छ.
Next month? This week? Is it Sunday?
Yes, this is Sunday. It is Sunday. अनि रक्षा दिदीसँग we're doing a little meditation को session. So it will be that, you know. So like you said, you know, you said so many things nice things about Entrepreneurari.
Yeah, I did use this in your promo, please.
Yes, of course. You know. So yes, हाम्रो community मा चाहिँ मलाई के feel हुन्छ भने in any community, genderले चाहिँ कसैको पनि safety र अनि opportunity चाहिँ dictate गर्नु हुँदैन के हैन. अनि women entrepreneursहरुको केसमा चाहिँ यो थ्रु ग्लोबली नै 31% चाहिँ हाम्रो womenहरुले enterprisesहरु own गर्नुहुन्छ. तर फन्डिङको हिसाबले
31%, that's a lot.
That's a good number.
That's a good number. I was not expecting that. Yeah.
Oh, even I was surprised. तर फन्डिङमा चाहिँ only 2.3% ले चाहिँ फन्डिङ पाउनुहुन्छ रे के. So there is a gap नि त. There's a huge gap. त्यही भएर we're trying to bridge that gap, हैन, little by little. बिस्तारै will get there. अनि यही क्रममा चाहिँ I think womenहरु in leadership roles चाहिँ एकदमै कम representation छ. So I would like to see that more, you know, as it grows.
So is that one of the objective of Entrepreneurari?
Yes, त्यो हुन्छ नि. Maybe हाम्रो direct goal छैन होला त्यो हैन, तर indirectly we are impacting that number हो नि त.
How are you supporting it? I mean, you do pop-up events, but
as of now चाहिँ Entrepreneurari भनेको चाहिँ एउटा platform, एउटा market access. We talked about numbers, हैन, number of audiences showing up. So market access चाहिँ अहिले हाम्रो USP हो. But then that is not the only thing we want to give. I know recently we also had a session with Mansi Agrawal, you know. So उहाँले चाहिँ branding र communication मा पनि she helped our fellow entrepreneurs अनि aspiring women हरुलाई to get there, you know, to get started. Even for Entrepreneurari मेरो लागि एकदमै insightful थियो के त्यो एउटा session. So we are planning to bring त्यस्तै people हरु, personality हरु, you know, to make us better.
Have you encountered any challenges in
Entrepreneurari?
I'm pretty sure in your way, I mean, of doing things, there are a lot of challenges for anything, right?
Of course.
What has been the biggest challenge?
For Entrepreneurari? अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ I would say funding, हैन, त्यो पनि हो. अनि at the same time यस्तो पनि हुँदै रहेछ. Often time चाहिँ, you know, एकदमै यो feminism को कुरामा पनि, हैन, yes, we believe in feminism, हैन, तर एउटा line छ क्या, line छ, हैन. अनि हामी we are not strong feminism र
line as in what do you mean by line?
हुँदैन. Yeah, I'm also trying to process this thought around me.
Is that the Lakshman Rekha or something? What is that?
No, it's not that. Let me process my thought.
No, yeah.
है. So हामीलाई चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने हामी धेरै नारीवादी भयौं भन्ने खालको पनि opinion आउँछ.
Before you continue, who makes the line?
हजुर?
Who makes the line? That when you say there's a line that exists, is there someone
No,
making it
just,
happen,
no,
or it
no,
just
no,
it
no,
is?
no, it's just there. I
Okay,
know.
okay.
I think it's a cloud of thought म पनि हुन्छ
No,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get there
Mhm.
तर मान्छेहरू चाहिँ कहिलेकाहीँ ओ धेरै हुन्छ नारीवादी भयो भन्नुहुन्छ तर ग्यापै त्यसमै छ त अफकोर्स वी गन वर्क टुवर्ड्स इट हो नि त सो त्यो कुरा चाहिँ आई थिङ्क इट्स डिफिकल्ट कहिलेकाहीँ अनि मान्छेहरूले यु नो अस एज अ वुमेन दे डोन्ट टेक इट सिरियसली के वेन वी आर ट्राइङ टु टक बिजनेस के वुमेन इन बिजनेस अलरेडी त्यो रिप्रेजेन्टेसन कम छ होइन त्यो कारणले गर्दा कहिलेकाहीँ हामीलाई सिरियसली लिनु हुँदैन काम मान्छेहरूले बट now and again हुन्छ नि we are trying to prove that we are here to stay and we are here to make an impact leave an impact होइन एउटा legacy हो भनेर so we're working towards it हेर्दाखेरि we all might look very calm होइन तर त्यो डक हुन्छ नि माथि सर्फेसमा त we look all calm and all but then all the peddling that we do underneath is not seen to the people होइन तर त्यही भएर entrepreneurship market nearby नभए पनि we are working almost every day कहिलेकाहीँ बर्नआउट पनि हुन्छ टिम होइन एन्ड देयर इज मिटिङ वी टक अबाउट इट एन्ड कहिलेकाहीँ वी जस्ट टेल आवर फ्रेन्ड्स लाइक ओ इट इज अ मेन्टल डे लिभ लिउ न त यु नो जस्ट रेस्ट अप एउटा एक दिन ब्रेक लिउ तिमी भनेर वी जस्ट टक विद इन अस एज वेल सो इट्स च्यालेन्जिङ एन्ड देन अल्सो वेन entrepreneurship is not your 9 to 5 यो त वी आर डुइङ
beside everything that you do,
we do,
Yeah.
right? So it is a lot of work and challenging. So
I mean, yeah. So you did toss very important points, few points. When you say people don't take women entrepreneurs seriously, and when you acknowledge that, when you know that is the case, like let's put entrepreneur aside. I want to know from you as you yourself, how do you tackle it? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there are challenges individually too, because you want to pursue your entrepreneurship path. You might have your own ideas and thoughts, right? And you want to lead that idea, right? So when you face all these challenges, how do you overcome it? How do you try at least?
सुरुमा चाहिँ I think एउटा आफूमा self belief. And
so is it like does it start with you convincing yourself?
Yes, sometimes yes. किनभने self doubt त छ नि त म पनि यो जर्नीमा नयाँ हो नि त होइन I'm also exploring my ways so I will have my self doubts अनि there will be days I'll cry because am I making sense पनि हुन्छ नि त होइन so फर्स्टमा त आफूलाई नै कन्भिन्स गर then show up होइन and then there is a team that you work with होइन so सबैमा पनि त्यो बिलिफ त हुनु पर्यो नि त द्याट यस वी क्यान मेक इट बिग एन्ड वी क्यान लिभ एन इम्प्याक्ट भन्ने कुरा सबैमा हुनु पर्यो त्यसपछि आउँछ वेन वी हेभ द्याट कन्फिडेन्स इन अस त्यसपछि अरू मान्छेले हामीलाई कसरी पर्स्यु गर्नुहुन्छ र हाम्रो कामले बोल्छ एउटा कन्फिडेन्स त्यसपछि चाहिँ मेरो कामले बोल्छ हाम्रो कामले बोल्छ एन्टरप्रेन्योरको कामले बोल्छ भन्छ
So when you say people don't seriously, the people you mean men, right?
I wouldn't say just men. यसमा चाहिँ I don't want to generalize होइन यो चाहिँ men मात्रै नभएर of course there will be some women अनि it's not all men
is it mostly men though?
Maybe yes. I mean at least मैले इन्काउन्टर गरेकोमा चाहिँ I would say that होइन किनभने अब डालसको कन्टेक्स्टमा हेर्दाखेरि we know so many men in business होइन अनि when you see men having conversation उहाँहरूसँग यति धेरै vast topicsहरू हुन्छ क्या they can talk about business, they can talk about money, they can talk about work होइन तर women-मा चाहिँ I think त्यो space थिएन क्या where we could talk about
it doesn't even start for women. I mean we don't men they are like introduced to all these opportunities. They get to learn money, they get to learn business. I mean probably their dad, family, relatives, friends are already doing some business for years and years. So it is an easy thing for them. They're not walking on eggshells. It's not something new that they are doing, right? But it is a challenge for women because that does not exist. You are just creating a new place that nobody has ever heard about before.
And then you know on the contrary पनि अब maybe menहरूको लागि चाहिँ vulnerable हुन गाह्रो हुन्छ होला maybe you have faced that problem and we'll come to that, we can talk about it होइन तर अब for us women चाहिँ it's like हामीलाई जहिले एउटा caretakers हुन्छ नि होम मेकर जसरी एउटा छ नि त इट्स नट ब्याड बिङ द्याट आई वुड लभ टु बी अ होम मेकर आइ एम सो एक्जस्टेड विथ अल द वर्क द्याट आई डु आई एम रेडी टु बी अ होम मेकर एट दिस पोइन्ट होइन बट नो द्याट्स नट द्याट वुडन्ट बी माई चोइस आइडियल चोइस होइन आई वुड स्टिल लभ टु वर्क तर त्यो छ नि त एउटा स्टिरियोटाइप जेन्डर स्टिरियोटाइप त हाम्रो मुभिजमा होस् हाम्रो सोसाइटीमा होस् हामीले सबैतिर हेर्दै आएका छौँ एन्ड फर इयर्स द्याट वाज ओके क्या वी आर फाइन लिभिङ विथ इट तर अहिले बिस्तारै सिनेरियो चेन्ज हुँदैछ होइन विथ वुमेन लाइक इन्द्र नुई हाम्रो पेप्सिकोको सिइओ, सी हेज बिन अ सिइओ फर द लङ्गेस्ट टाइम, अहिले उहाँ रिटायर हुनुभयो होइन. पेप्सिकोको एउटा पुरै फेस द डाइनामिकै चेन्ज भयो नि त वाइल सी वाज अ सिइओ होइन. अनि अहिले अब रिसेन्टली हाम्रै घरको ब्रान्ड गोल्ड स्टारको कुरा गर्दाखेरि वेन विदुषी राणा केम इन्टु द फ्रेम, इट चेन्ज नि त. अहिले युवाहरूलाई मनपर्छ गोल्ड स्टार, अहिले हामीलाई अमेरिका लिएर आउन चाहन्छौँ गोल्ड स्टार टु वेयर इट होइन. सो एउटा चेन्ज भएको छ नि त. सो वुमेन इन बिजनेस मेबी सङ्ख्या कम होला तर इम्प्याक्ट त ठुलो गर्नु भएको छ नि त. सो आई थिङ्क इट्स अबाउट टाइम वी start talking about it.
Exactly. There are kura saying to add to it, like this has been always the case. Like, and when you said about like 31% of entrepreneurs, only like 2% of funding and all, only 2% and all, this has always been a case, right? I mean, we are in a 21st century, it's 2024 now, right? The things have not really changed as much as they should. They should have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in the US, there has never been a female president, right? And you never know what's going to happen in this election, but the history is there's never been one, right? And this is true for most of the countries in the world. The UN, I mean, in a General Assembly, if you observe the General Assembly, the representative, most of them, they are men. The Prime Minister, the President, the kings and the prince, it's men. Right, it's a men's world, and it has always been that way, right? Yeah. And I think the only people to blame is men to do it, because what we do is we are scared of change, right? I know when you hear about, when you mentioned about Naari, you something Naari bhancha, you Naari badi bhanne kuraharu, when we hear that, why we cannot take it is because we don't want to change the status quo. We're happy being the most powerful beings in this planet, and we're happy suppressing women and any entrepreneur or any socio-economic political advancement that you want to achieve. We don't want them to do it because we are the one leading it, and we want that status quo. And to maintain that status quo, what we do, we always push women against the wall. We are suppressing their ideas and belief. We are being the only reason, the very influential reason for why women had not been to a place where they want to. And it is us we did it. And that's how the society really is. Because you are in the US, right? We know how Nepal is, right? You are in the US right now. But still, when you see around, I mean, US is not that country where like women is so much advanced and they're doing things. They are doing things, but the percentage is bare minimum. You don't expect from a country like US, which brags about how an amazing country US is, right? Be it in a Senate, be it in the in the mainstream politics too. Women have always been in the waiting line, waiting for men to acknowledge, right, and finally give them a platform. And everything that is happening against women, I think most of it is for men, all of us to blame. Until and unless we are okay with women leading, until and unless we are okay believing that women can take leadership. And the thing is, I didn't even get the fact that why should it be us believing it? We don't have to believe nothing. It has to be you. It has to be you raising your voice against everything that's happening, and you coming to the position of leadership if you think you are right for the leadership. Because we talk about the gender issue, I mean, it is very much an individual issue. It's not men and women, right? It's never that. It's about, are you better for this role? What skill set do you bring? What experience do you bring? So when you are picking between a man and women, if it's a woman who has a better skills and experience and can bring about a change, it has to be women leading it. But what we do is we don't let them step ahead. We don't do it. We drag them. We drag them to the point that women become irrelevant in that comparison. And what we do is we brag about how amazing leader we are. But then again, you know what we what you did to get that job, to get that role. And so it's not easy. So I think when I ask you, by people do you mean men? You hesitated to even say men, right? I mean, I think you're being very diplomatic, which is okay too. But only until you say it's men, I mean, you're just accepting and kind of surrendering to whatever the status quo really is, right? I mean, when I asked you again, the follow-up to that, like, has the majority been men? You still thought about it, and then you said, yes, most of it has been men. And when you say most, I'm pretty sure 70% of it has been men. Because yes, it's a men's world. It's a patriarchy. patriarchy that we live in. And it has always been the case, right?
Yeah.
We talk about kings, right? The only queen that we talk about is Queen Elizabeth, and she's no more right now. So there is Prince Charles, I think, as the king, right? So that is the status quo, and that will not change for 100 years for sure, right? So yeah, I don't know how
We're only hoping it will
no,
change.
exactly. But then
Yeah.
it has to be you, is what I'm saying. It has to be you making that effort.
Uh-huh.
It has to be you. Stop convincing men to believe in you, because we don't have to. You don't have to convince us nothing.
No. Yeah, it's not about convincing. तर कस्तो कन्टेक्स्टमा भने कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ हामी कोलाबोरेसनको अप्रोचमा पनि त जान्छौँ नि,
Of course,
right? So
हुनै
it's
पर्यो
not
नि।
about convincing them, but it will not be me convincing them, but it would rather be my work convincing them.
Absolutely.
So maybe
Absolutely.
हुन्छ नि कोही छोरा मान्छेलाई चाहिँ उसको काम कसैलाई प्रुभ गर्नलाई त्यति एफोर्ट नलाग्ला, तर मलाई म एउटा छोरी भएर र मेरो टिममा सबैजना हामी वुमेन भएर मेबी अ लिटल मोर एक्स्ट्रा एफोर्ट चाहिँ लाग्छ कि.
Of
So
course
that
लाग्छ।
is so that's there, and when you were also saying not all men but men, यो कुरामा पनि हाम्रो यो वुमेन सेफ्टीकै कुरामा पनि अहिले इट्स सो प्रेसरिङ, फ्रम अराउन्ड द वर्ल्ड हाम्रै देशबाट यहीँ लाइक अमेरिकामै दे हेभ बिन यो पास्टमा फ्यु इन्सिडेन्ट्स,
Recently, yes.
एन्ड द्याट्स स्याड के.
That is
स्याड फर अ सोसाइटी, रिसेन्ट इन्डियामा पनि कोलकातामा देयर वाज दिस केस. अनि यो कस्तो हुन्छ नि, एभ्री टाइम यो अब्युज हुन्छ, रेप केसेसहरू हुन्छ, लाइक we have just jumped from entrepreneurship.
No,
to
of
rape,
course.
But then,
No.
since we are talking gender, I think when you said not all men, but men, यो कुरामा every time it's the pressing subject आउँछ, then there is a rally, there is a whole protest behind it, and which is needed, चाहिन्छ, awareness को लागि चाहिन्छ, अनि when there are women on the roads protesting for it, there is also बिस्तारै चाहिँ there will be another group of people who are like, not all men, है हामी त राम्रो छौँ नि भन्ने पनि एउटा ग्रुप हुन्छ कि त्यसमा,
Yes.
तर त्यो जब आउँछ नि, we get it बाबा, yes you are good, ठिक छ, but then not all men but men हो नि त, so main agenda behind it चाहिँ के हो भने we are trying to stop the crime, we are trying to make it safe for women हो नि त. So when you come with that agenda, I think you are diverting the whole point of it कि हामीले जुन वुमेनको सेफ्टीको बारेमाबाट चाहिँ अटेन्सन मुभ भएर अब नाउ इट्स अबाउट मेन अगेन्स्ट वुमेन के. तर अफन टाइम त्यसमा चाहिँ के बिर्सिन्छौँ भने वी बोथ आर अन द सेम टिम, वी आर हियर अगेन्स्ट द क्रिमिनल के.
Yes, exactly.
वी आर नट हियर अगेन्स्ट द मेन, यु आर नट हियर अगेन्स्ट द वुमेन, वी आर हियर अगेन्स्ट द क्रिमिनल भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ त्यो विवादमा हामी बिर्सिन्छौँ जस्तो लाग्छ क्या. एन्ड एभ्री टाइम यस्तो केस हुन्छ, एन्ड
Or maybe from men, we don't want to believe it. We don't want to
there
believe
will be
it.
some men.
Exactly. And now, a very important point, Yumi. So there are so many obstacles. Okay, now we are talking about the entrepreneurship, financial freedom and political freedom and everything.
मेरो थट्स त कता कता गइरहेछ.
Right, exactly. So exactly. So we talk about entrepreneurship, women र आएन भनेर, financial freedom भएन, income generate गरेन भनेर, तर they don't even have option to. They don't even have a right to live. Okay. I mean, when you talk about like people being raped, I mean, it's not a new issue. I mean, every day. I mean, this is not the first time we have heard about this whole rage against criminals, the rape criminals, on social media. This is probably the millionth time in less than a million days, actually. It has always been there. And there is always a process. Okay? Now there's a big uproar about what is happening in India about rape and all. In 7, 10, 15 days, people will be sharing on all the social medias and all. And eventually, it fades away. It fades away until there's another case. And the process is always redundant. It's the same cycle repeating every single time. And what had changed? Nothing had changed. Think about the last rape issues that you probably heard in social media, that you probably shared a story about, and think about now. It is just the same thing. It might be a different victim, different place, different condition and circumstances, but it's the same cycle. And when you don't even have a right to live, I mean, you can never imagine about dreaming or be entrepreneur. Like no, exactly. Entrepreneur कसरी हुने के? Why हाम्रो नेपालमा पनि why a lot of women are not in bigger roles भन्दाखेरि त्यही त हो नि त, हैन? They are being the victim of domestic violence. The only thing that they can think of is how not to get by a day without being physically assaulted by my husband. That is the only thing that they
funny,
think
it's
of.
funny, it's
And they will celebrate if that happens. If there's any day in a month, they will celebrate that. Okay? So for them, that is the biggest thing that has happened in their life. There is the biggest state of happiness. And for someone like that, how can we expect them to take leadership role? Because they can never think about it. Right? For them, it is non-existent.
हो नि घरमै स्वतन्त्र भएर सोच्ने वातावरण छैन भने त्योभन्दा बियोन्ड त के गर्ने फर्स्टमा त आफ्नो सर्भाइभल मात्र त हेरिन्छ नि
Exactly,
बेसिक एउटा बाँच्न त सक्नु पर्यो नि
Exactly. I mean, exactly. And now it's just so surprising to me. I cannot even believe as I'm like talking to you that women have to go through that. Okay? I know, like, what are we? Where are we? Right? Like, aren't we like supposedly
Have we evolved yet?
Have we evolved? Aren't we the most educated like beings? Aren't we like top of this entire animal chain? Aren't we that? Aren't we supposed to be the best? I know.
Coming to education चाहिँ मलाई recently one of my friends मेरो काममा we are talking about यही issuesहरू and then my friend profoundly she said दीक्षाले she told कि being educated doesn't mean तिमी aware छौ होइन अनि द्याट इज द मेन थिङ कि यस द्याट इज द होल पोइन्ट होइन एजुकेसनलाई त हामीले यति प्रायोरिटी दिइसक्यौँ छोरीहरूलाई पढाउन थाल्यौँ भेरी ग्रेटफुल फर द्याट होइन तर के अवेरनेस छ त अनि इट्स नट अबाउट तिम्रो छोरीलाई पढाउने मात्र पनि होइन ओके छोराहरूले त पहिल्यै पढ्ने अपर्च्युनिटी पाएको होला होइन तर छोरामा पनि तिमीले त्यो अवेरनेस गराइरहेछौ त
एक्ज्याक्टली
होइन वाट काइन्ड अफ बिट तिम्रो घरमा एउटा पेरेन्टिङको हिसाबले तिम्रो स्कुलमा होइन एउटा बच्चाले त आफ्नो दिनको 70% स्कुलमा बिताउँछ हो नि होइन एटलिस्ट नेपालमा त्यस्तो थियो नि त होइन सो के सिकाइरहेछौँ त हामीले छोरीलाई पनि छोरालाई पनि के सिकाइरहेछौँ त भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हो क्या अब एजुकेसन छ एउटा एकाडेमिक सपोर्ट भन्ने कुरा छ होइन चाहिन्छ तर अवेरनेस चाहिँ मिसिङ भएछ कि हामी त्यसमा चाहिँ चुकेछौँ एज अ सोसाइटी भन्छु कि
एक्ज्याक्टली अनि हामी चुकिरहन्छौँ भने किनभने द्याट इज द नेचर अफ एजुकेसन अहिले पनि होइन द्याट इज हाउ आई पर्सिभ एजुकेसन एज के क्यान ही सल्भ अ म्याथ प्रब्लम यस ही क्यान सी सल्भ अ म्याथ प्रब्लम यस सी क्यान ओ माई गड नाउ एभ्रिथिङ इज गन बी राइट नो इट्स नट द्याट सी क्यान प्रब्ली सल्भ अ म्याथ प्रब्लम तर सी विल बी भिक्टिमाइज फर मेनी थिङ इन अवर लाइफ अनि दे इज नो द्याट लेभल अफ अवेरनेस द्याट हेज बिन टु स्टप द्याट फ्रम ह्यापनिङ I know, because even when you talk about education, like math, science, and all these things, that is not what education really is. Education is about the way of living, awareness about your existence as a human being, and how you treat each other. Because I can learn maths and be a very good physician or mathematician and bring this incredible formula that changes everything. But then again, there are women who are dying. It doesn't make any sense. There are women being assaulted every day. What am I doing? I might be the biggest scientist in the world, but look at what I'm doing to my wife. Right? I'm just not even acknowledging her existence, not giving her the opportunities. I am the man in the house. The only thing I want from my wife is just as long as she makes me dinner, a good dinner, I'll complain about it 10 times every day. You know, that is what we have been, man. And when they are, it doesn't really matter if you are someone changing the world, when you are not even able to acknowledge women and giving them the equal opportunity that they should get, right? That has to be what awareness we talk about. That is what the universities should be doing. That is what the definition of education should really be like, right? Because even when we hear about these big cases of rape and domestic violence and every other thing, look at some of the cases of these big singers and celebrities who have done domestic violence against their counterpart. Right? And now we're seeing all this thing. And you would never imagine like a celebrity that, I mean, you might have admired their music so much, can do that. But he did that for so many years, right? That is the case. And what is the education you're talking about? Right? And even the churches, we see so many incidents about sexual assault, right? It is and when you are in religion too, so the religion as well, so you are aware about the religion, but you are not able to acknowledge a human child who is a woman. I mean, what exactly are you trying to create in this world, right? You see doctors doing something else, you see engineers, you see these big politicians always looking for sexual assault, probably craving for it too against their counterpart, and always suppressing their voices if they ever get to talk, the women. And I mean, we trust you to write constitution, make policies and all, but when your personal behavior is this treatment against the women, then what kind of policy that you will be creating, right? Now in US, especially abortion issue is a big thing too, right? Like right to choose. Who gets the right to choose? It has to be women. It is obvious it has to be women, but who is making the policy about it? It's the men making the policy, making the policy about the women. So what do you expect? Of course, they will make a policy that they think is right, not what is true for women, right?
So हरेक लेभलमा चेन्जेस र इभोल्युसनको जरुरत छ
Of
हैन
course.
कन्ट्री लेभलमा यस पोलिसीमा पनि यस हैन तर एकदमै बेसिक हामी केमै नै ल्याक गरिरहेछौँ भने जस्ट अ कन्टेक्स्ट हैन I had a friend, she was just discussing, we were a few of us there, and she was just telling कि one of her friend was abused, अनि त्यो भइसकेपछि the first reaction that came in the room, when we were discussing this, say from a man was, why didn't your friend go and register a complaint? Police ma किन report गर्नु भएन त? So there's already a fault रे क्या अब त्यो गरेन भनेर त्यो अलरेडी गल्ती भयो रे क्या अब वुमेनको चाहिँ रिपोर्ट गर्नु भएन भनेर हैन सो नाउ अगेन यु आर टेलिङ कि a man assaulting her and the women not going and registering the complaint अब फेरि women is at fault रे अब म नै बदलिनु the women has to change and that's so sad कि त्यो त बेसिक एउटा अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ हो नि you don't know what you're talking about हैन सेफ्टीको पनि कुरा आउँछ नि गएर कम्प्लेन त गरौँला तर त्यसपछि के am I safe?
Exactly.
It won't come back to me भन्ने त छैन नि त हैन मलाई बाटोमा हिँडिरा बेला एसिड नफाल्देला त त्यस्तो केसेसहरु पनि छ नि त हैन there's so many threats के गर रेजिस्टर गर्नु कम्प्लेन मात्र गर्नु त एउटा पोइन्ट होइन नि त हैन त्यो त गरिएला हिम्मत चाहिन्छ गरिएला तर त्यसपछि पनि त बाच्नु छ नि त there's so many layers के अनि कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ एकदमै इम्मच्योर हुन्छ नि बोल्दा बोल्दै यु डोन्ट नो व्हाट यु आर टकिङ अबाउट हुन्छ मेबी मबाट नि हुन्छ होला त्यो हैन धेरैचोटि भएको होला सो वी डोन्ट रियलाइज इट के हामी यतिकै भनिदिन्छौँ तर कति डेप्थ हुन्छ हैन अनि बिङ अ वुमेन इज नट इजी हैन म त धेरै प्रिभिलेजबाट आउँछु भन्छु के मैले त पढ्ने मौका पाएँ म यहाँ अमेरिकामा छु काम गर्दैछु सक्षम छु अहिलेको लागि हैन तर देयर आर वुमेन नि त म व्हेन आई टक फर अ वुमेन आई डोन्ट टक फर माइसेल्फ के देयर इज a big population, underprivileged, underrepresented, त्यहाँ छ नि त so I cannot just speak for myself. As your podcast, it will be aired someday, it's for people to consume. तर मेरो एउटा एक्सपिरियन्सले त सबैको एक्सपिरियन्स भ्यालिडेट गर्दैन नि त हैन सो आई एम हियर रिप्रेजेन्टिङ वुमेन अफ द वर्ल्ड क्या
You are, of course.
हैन सो देयर इज कसैले सजिलो गरी पाउनु पनि भएको होला अपर्च्युनिटिज हैन कसैलाई एउटा सानो सेफ्टीको लागि पनि गाह्रो भइरहेको होला सो आई क्यान नट जस्ट स्पिक फर माइसेल्फ क्या जब टपिक यस्तो सेन्सिटिभ छ यस आई हेभ माई ओन एक्सपिरियन्सेस एज वेल हैन आज यो ठाउँमा छु एज आइ एम गेटिङ टु स्पिक टु यु एउटा प्रिभिलेज हो नि त्यो त मलाई दिएको छ आइ एम ह्याप्पी ग्रेटफुल अबाउट इट तर सबैको केस यस्तो छैन नि त त्यही भएर त चेन्जेस लाइक एन्ड powerful projects like Entrepreneurship exist गर्छ and there are bazillion
so yeah
Entrepreneurship is just one यो वर्ल्डमा त कति धेरै छ नि त मान्छेहरूले यति राम्रो राम्रो काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ नि त just hoping for a change के so it's very sad that we are talking about it and I'm very happy that I'm getting to talk about it as well हैन यसरी किनभने कति धेरै थट्स हुन्छ and every time यस्तो न्यूज आउँछ it's just sad के and अहिले there was a time म आफ्नो ओपिनियन पनि हाल्थेँ अनि यस ओपिनियन हाल्नु पनि पर्छ किनभने अवेरनेसको नि कमी छैन तर अब अहिले चाहिँ व्हेन आई लुक एट माइसेल्फ थाके छु के अब चाहिँ जस्ट हुन्छ नि राइट अबाउट इट अन माई स्टोरी अर जस्ट डम्प माई थट अन दिज इस्युज हैन किनभने लाइक वी सेड सबैको स्टोरीमा देखिन्छ अनि फेरि सेल आउँछ एन्ड इट्स अगेन द सेम स्टोरी रिपिटिङ अगेन एन्ड अगेन अनि कति गर्ने भनेर एउटा तिमी थाक्छौ पनि के
there is a fault के हाम्रो यो the entire system मा पनि the error of it so अस्ति the rape incident भयो इन्डियामा I think she was a doctor she was a doctor right अनि mostly चाहिँ now if you look at the statistics like there are thousands of rape cases every year especially in India, right? So many worldwide too.
Again, I'll just cut you there.
Please.
So यस इन्डियामा यति धेरै केसेसहरू भइरहेछ होइन तर नेपालमा नि उत्तिकै छ भन्छु क्या म चाहिँ किन भन्दाखेरि इन्डिया यत्रो ठुलो देश छ यति धेरै पपुलेसन छ अफकोर्स त्यो रेसियोमा हेर्दाखेरि त युआर गन हियर अबाउट एभ्री अदर डे होइन नेपाल त सानो देश हो पपुलेसन पनि सानो छ तर आई फिल लाइक उत्तिकै छ क्या अनि कति केसेसहरू त इन्डियाको पनि होस् नेपालको पनि होस् कति त आउँदैन पनि होला क्या हाम्रो अगाडि
एक्ज्याक्टली कति आउँदैन अनि आई अल्सो फिल द्याट टु थिङ्स के आइम थिङ्किङ वी आर हिपोक्रिट्स के युमी we are super hypocrite about your situation okay? Now for us to post it on a social media it had to be a female doctor who was raped and murdered okay, Yumi? Right, I'm pretty sure today on the street there might be a dead body of a like 5-6 year old lying in the poorest part of India right now and nobody gives a damn about it. Nobody even acknowledges her, like her living her life okay? Like living her life like someone being raped and murdered and now she's on a street just nobody's even there to pick up the dead body. That is also a situation in the most poorest part of the world. And the only people we acknowledge are the people we think are in a position where they should not be hampered. So then it's happening. Like a female doctor being raped. We expect it's a female doctor. There is certain social hierarchy to it attached to the position of the female, right? But then again, there might be a similar age women in the poorest part of India going through the same thing. No one would acknowledge or know about it. Right, you don't always hear about all the rape cases that happens. Bare like maybe not even 1% of it. So we are very picky about what issue is should we pick for this social media campaign. Right, we're very picky. It's the same incident. It's the women being raped and killed. It's the same incident, but then we are being picky. Okay, I'm going to pick this for social media and let's see how it works. And then again, nothing happens. The next thing, same thing happens. We have to do our research, find out exactly how many people have been raped every single day and see how we can make a change, how we can affect that. But unless we do it, just for us posting one incident in a year, and we are not doing anything. We're just being part of this entire social media theater.
कतिलाई त कन्टेक्स्ट पनि थाहा हुँदैन शेयर गरिराख्नु
एक्ज्याक्ट कतिलाई कन्टेक्स्ट थाहा नै हुँदैन कि they even don't know. A lot of people, they might not even know if it's an incident about rape or if it's just a football tournament. They would not even find the difference. And then again, but you're sharing on social media for what reason? You just want to be part
stay relevant.
To stay relevant. But then again, why are you staying relevant? Like what exactly you're trying to do? And that is a very sad nature.
That's sad. And at the same time, अब सबैको एउटा हुन्छ नि मलाई सोसियल मिडिया चाहिँ अहिले सबैको एउटा कोपिङ मेकानिजम हो जस्तो लाग्छ क्या यु नो द्याट इज हाउ दे आर बिङ फेड
इट इज अ डिस्ट्र्याक्सन फर श्योर
अनि त्यही नै हो क्या लाइक अब आफूलाई कसरी मन लाग्छ त्यसरी युज गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ सबैले तर अब सही उपयोग गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ कि गलत चाहिँ अब त्यही अवेरनेस छैन.
Oh, exactly. Awareness. Nepal there were like couple of cases, including these celebrities, actor, cricketer, and all. Now I was observing it. Okay? I was observing how the social media is treating that case. Okay? On every single time. Now these celebrities, they have a name, they have a recognition already, right? And we know how we are in Nepal as a society, as a man-led society. It's always blaming the victim, and that is exactly what was happening on a social media. When the court decide about certain things, there is like 1 million comments about it against the victim. Mm-hmm. There's never against the perpetrator who might have possibly done the crime, right? But then we're already making a decision. Like before even if it's the court case is going on, we already have decided that no, the celebrity has not done that. He can never do that. And it is, of course, the victim. The victim is trying to take advantage of it, trying to get benefit out of it. We have already made that mind. So that is the most worst thing to happen, actually. Because if you continue doing that, the women just becomes irrelevant. No one is even ready to hear her voice. Before hearing her voice, we have made a decision. You are wrong. You are not the victim. Shut up. That's what we say. And then what happens? They shut down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it just continues every single time. For me, I feel the world is exactly opposite. Okay? I think it has to be the women leading and men complaining about never getting chance because of how compassionate, how true, how creative, and how you determined you are. Despite of all these challenges, they are still trying to do something, make a change, right? And you have always been that way, right? I mean, literally, you carry life in you. Right, when your mom was pregnant, meeting someone from Japan, right? She was pregnant, right? She was carrying the entire human being, right? And like you can do anything in the world, you can go to Mars and Moon, but create a human and we'll talk. Right? I mean,
let's do the talking
right?
after that.
Exactly, right? No, isn't it obvious? Create a human, and creating human is not an easy thing. You have to hold it for 9 months and more, and then you have this whole menstrual cycle every month, and you have to go through all of that, and still act like everything is normal.
Normal. So, I was just listening to her talk, and she told, I am the CEO of PepsiCo, but I cannot have it all. Women cannot have it all. So when she is in that position, she is saying, I cannot have it all. Bhanale family tha. She's the CEO. Of course, she has tons of work that needs to be taken care of. She cannot have it all.
Exactly, for our romancer, like exactly.
Yeah. Only like, yes, I can be all confident about it, and I can say, no, I got it all, and I deserve everything of it, but then the reality to of
Exactly.
course, and if I'm gonna work, of course I'm gonna miss out a little,
Of
maybe
course,
at
yeah.
my home,
You need to
with
balance
my
everything
family,
out, yeah.
So yes, I cannot have it all, and that's the reality. But what I can do is, how do I make the best out of it?
Exactly.
जे छ त्यसको चाहिँ बेस्ट कसरी बनाउने नै हो क्या. अब आई विल ह्याभ इट अल भनेर त अफकोर्स आई विल ह्याभ द्याट स्टेट अफ माइन्ड होइन, तर रियालिटी के हो भने या इज दिस, अनि वाट्स द बेस्ट आई क्यान मेक of it all.
And of course, I always feel when women searching, they are like doing a rope walking, carrying their baby, their career, their family, their dreams, what society thinks, and how they react to it. On top of like Burj Khalifa, they're literally doing rope walking, and they have been able to do it forever. I know since the beginning of life, they have always been able to do it. And isn't that the most extraordinary thing? I know, Mother, I've always been a huge admirer of women. I know, of course, I love my mom. I know everything that she have gone through to make me who I am right now, right? And that is a reality for all the moms out there. That what I've seen and noticed in so many families is it is always a woman who has to run a family in a sense that doing the chores, making food in the kitchen, taking care of the baby, everything.
And they everything. Get appreciated
they never get appreciated. They never get appreciated. I mean, the only thing that they get is another task in their already overwhelming set of schedule. For men, it has become easy. You go to work, the home is taken care of, and that has been the most case. But no, she is pregnant now. She is still doing everything that she always had been doing, even almost like it's like normal. But she's carrying this entire baby and doing everything like it's normal. That is a huge thing. I know. And the men, especially the people who are watching the podcast, like definitely you have to be better. You have to be better than this. You have to at least acknowledge what your wife, your sisters, what the female counterpart are going through, and be part of the change. Don't wait for female. Don't wait for your women or wife to say you things. You be the one initiating it, because it has been your family. It is you. I mean, you married this person and brought her to your house. So of course, she is not even comfortable about it when you start treating her bad. So be nice, respect her, because I challenge you, you can never walk on their shoes. And every time before you go to bed, thank them. I think that's how they should start. That's how we all men should be starting. I know.
That's a good way to
and
start.
Of course, exactly. Ani women, you guys are amazing in so many ways. Euta way चाहिँ के भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ I like how you guys appreciate your body. किनभने आँखामा एक्ज्याक्टली लाइक तिमीले होइन यु हेभ गाजर लगाएको छ नि त, अनि केटाहरूले गाजर लाउँदैन कि होइन, तिमीहरू गाजर लाउँछौ अनि यो आइज लुक सो प्रिटी नि त होइन. अनि वी डोन्ट एक्नोलेज हाम्रो आँखा कति राम्रो छ भनेर कि. यो आइज आर अलरेडी गुड, तर नाउ वाट यु डुइङ, पुटिङ इन आई लाइनर, एक्नोलेजिङ हाउ प्रिटी योर आइज इज, अनि मेकिङ इट बेटर कि. त्यो नाकमा फुली पनि लाउँछ होइन, फुली लाउँछ, खुट्टामा पाउजु लाउँछ होइन, बालाहरू लाउँछ, कपालमा पनि त्यो के भन्छ त्यसलाई, त्यो लाउँछ नि एउटा लामो हुन्छ त्यो लाछा डोरीहरू लाउँछ होइन, अनि कपाललाई कलरहरू पनि गर्छ. दिज आर अल योर थिङ हो कि होइन. These
I
are
think oil is it's the narrative is changing.
Exactly,
It's
exactly. I know.
our thing. I think.
And it is your thing. Ani, the way I think, that's how you're appreciating every part of your body. Ke. We didn't do it. I've never seen a man putting a lipstick. Ke. Thora, you put a lipstick and make your lips even look better and acknowledging its existence. Because I'm pretty sure when I'm putting the lipstick, the lip is thanking you. It's like decorating the onita. You are decorating your body. We're putting all this thing in the wall. Why? To make it look better. Why? Because the wall exists, right? And that is what you do with the body. And all this fashion and all, it is you, right? Because I've always felt women are more fashionable than men. For any reason, because they know how to decorate themselves, they know how to acknowledge the body, they know how to be more beautiful when they're already so beautiful, and they do it despite of everything that they go through in their life. They were saying, please continue wearing that makeup, continue putting that eyeliner, continue highlighting your hair, continue dressing the best you can dress. Because
to all the women out there,
to all, okay, exactly, yeah, to all, definitely to Nima, to us, is listening to us right now. Watching us too. I mean, you continue doing that. They don't know about it. Look how pretty and amazingly decorated they are doing with the body. It is an art by itself. But even you have to pick and choose. Do I put your shade ki orko shade? What do I do with my hair? There are 100 choices to do and you pick one, right? And to after it's a struggle. Especially when I'm hosting wedding reception, they tell me kati bhari luga cha bhanera ke. And it's like, yeah, and men, we don't have to do nothing, just wear a suit. Wear a suit, wear a suit and complain about how hot you are feeling because of the suit. That is men. And we are like, oh my god, we are the amazing people in the world. No, we are not. Ask your wife, and now you are the one sweating. What?
And she's dancing gracefully.
Oh my
there
god,
also,
she is dancing gracefully. It's like exactly because wedding. I think it's always the women who enjoy life more than men. Men, we are just too much focused on nothing.
I mean, men have their own qualities.
Of course,
Qualities and
of course. And I mean, hello, there has to be existence of men too, right?
Yeah. There's a lot they bring to the table.
Exactly.
Like all this conversation, we have been like appreciating women, talking about the issue so much. But then, of entrepreneurship, we have amazing men. So every time I'm like event they help us put up a good show. अब मैले त्यो ठुलो ठुलो टेबल ब्यानर्सहरू त उठाउन सक्दिनँ नि त हामीले सक्दैनौँ नि त बट वी निड यु एज मच एज यु निड अस त्यो अनि हाम्रो राम्रो इभेन्ट्सहरू किन हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि वी हेभ दिस ब्युटिफुल सेट अफ मेन हु कम एन्ड हेल्प अस के अनि अब अडियन्समा पनि त्यति दाइहरू भाइहरू आइदिनुहुन्छ एन्ड दे आर ह्याप्पी टु बी देयर जस्ट इन्जोइङ द एम्बियन्ट सो इट्स अ कोलाबोरेटिभ वर्ल्ड
इट इज
दुवैजना एउटा हातले ताली बज्दैन मेन वुमेन दुवैजना चाहिन्छ बोथ अफ अस वी कम विथ हाम्रो युनिक स्किल सेट अब त्यसलाई एउटा बनाएर हाउ क्यान वी I mean, to bring a life to the world, we need a man and a woman.
Of course, that's how the world is, right?
Basic of it, right?
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
So yes.
Exactly. So there is no inferior or superior. Okay, a living life is a collaborative approach. I know you decide to have a partner, you live with them, you're always interacting with people from all all way of life. I know, and that's how what life is. You just have to have a very collaborative approach to anything that you do, be it personal or professional, because that's how you know about how beautiful the life is. That's how you'll be acknowledged to the ideas that you've never thought about. That's how you'll be introduced to the place where you want to go eventually, and it just makes life so much easier when you have that collaborative effort and when you have that approach itself. So what you do is you acknowledge her existence, you acknowledge your existence too. Now you figure out how can you balance those things out, how can you bring the best of you and also make sure that she gets to bring the best of her. And now, like with best of her and best of you, like you are creating this magic thing. And yes, when I say magic is real, that is what I meant. It is a collaboration that brings it. Because even when we are talking about Entrepreneurari and how the team effort brings everything, it is not Yumi's effort. And it is not Projuko effort.
It 2023 it got shelved for a reason, right? It needed a team.
Exactly. So it is a team. And you have like 4 female team, I know, composed of 4 female team. So yeah, it is a team. It is the individuals that make team. So think of everybody as individual के then of certain category हुन्छ certain origin certain gender certain culture भन्दा पनि it's an individual होइन like you are as well होइन त्यो हुन्छ के so as long as we do that I think हुन्छ नि this is an amazing place to be in already होइन and I think you'll tend to cherish life and values more as well होइन what do you think
I think that is true very true
Behind the Scene presents the Mousham podcast is brought to you by Namaste Entertainment, Namaste Bar and Grill, Namaste Palace, and Alibaba Hookah Lounge. After party, Mints Alibaba.
we have talked about so many things
exactly. Exactly.
And
What is the unique thing that you have discovered that becoming a woman? Like, is there anything that you have discovered? Oh my God, I'm a woman. Anything?
Being a woman, I think
that you have discovered. Okay.
सबैभन्दा हुन्छ एकदमै अन्डररेटेड कुरा भन्छु ल एज
Please.
बिङ अ वुमेन इज चाहिँ फिमेल फ्रेन्डसिप चाहिँ एकदमै अन्डररेटेड रहेछ क्या अहिले सोच्दाखेरि हुन्छ नि मेबी आई डिड नट हुन्छ नि सेलिब्रेट मेरो फिमेल फ्रेन्डसिपहरू एज मच एज आई डु नाउ अहिले चाहिँ इफ आइ एम ह्याभिङ अ ब्याड डे आई वुड लभ टु टक टु अ फिमेल फ्रेन्ड हुन्छ नि उहाँ जस्तो एम्पथेटिक उहाँ जस्तो understanding non-judgmental हुन्छ नि
female counterpart
yes हुन्छ नि लाइक फिमेल फ्रेन्डसिप चाहिँ अहिले म सेलिब्रेटै गर्छु कि लाइफमा अनि आई थिङ्क आफ्टर अ भेरी लङ टाइम आई लर्न दिस पनि के मेबी पहिला थिएन होला अहिले इट्स गेटिङ बेटर एन्ड आई लभ ह्याभिङ माई फिमेल फ्रेन्ड्स
How is your interaction with female and female? Because how is it? Like, do you guys?
I mean,
is there like do you compete? Is there a competition on its own when you see another female like in general, or there's certain I don't know. Do you guys? How is the relationship actually? Because I don't know.
It always depends on the person as well. I think competitive पनि हुन्छौँ हामी women. At least I am when I speak for myself and I am competitive. तर अब simple अब if you go to हाम्रो entrepreneurship को just chat and हाम्रो business chat मा we also talk about business but then there are also times I'll be like oh I did my nails I'm just going to send you my nails
of course.
So there's both spectrum of it and while we're also talking like business and money and you know making it big and all but there's also little part and so in the chat now we'll also talk about oh I just watered my plant पनि हामी त्यही भन्छौँ
so it is good though
oh it is amazing
for men I think we meet a stranger we just say hi and we're best friends forever that's that is how the interaction of men really is we don't really need more actually and we are like sharing this drink and talking about life and everything it's so easy for at least my experience it is so easy to just make our like men as friends like you need nothing to be honest is it the same for you is it easy to make female friend being a female or it takes a work
for me personally चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ I take my time हैन म a little introvert पनि छु अनि एकैचोटि ओपन अप हुँदैन सो आई डोन्ट नो अबाउट फर अल द वुमेन आई नो वुमेन हु मेक फ्रेन्ड्स भेरी इजिली आई नो देम एज वेल होइन बट मेरो केसमा चाहिँ आई टेक माई टाइम हुन्छ नि अनि आई हेभ भेरी फ्यु पिपल बट आई वुड लाइक टु हेभ सम क्वालिटी पिपल जस्तो अप्रोचमा राख्छु एन्ड मेरो लागि चाहिँ इट्स नट इजी मेकिङ फ्रेन्ड्स बट
How is that approach to men? Like, making female friends and making male friends.
Male friends.
How is the approach? Is it different? Is it the same? What are you thinking?
मेरो अप्रोच वुड बी अफकोर्स द सेम होइन बट मी हाउ आई वाज ब्रट अप म चाहिँ धेरै दाईहरूसँग हुर्केको छु क्या सो मेरो लागि चाहिँ मेबी टकिङ टु अ गाई इज मोर नेचुरल टु मी बिकज आइ एम सो फेमिलियर हुन्छ नि म चिल हुन सक्छु लाइक बिकज मेरो सिब्लिङ्स भाइ छ एन्ड देन मेरो कजन्सहरू पनि एभ्री वान इज दाई क्या बहिनी छ हु इज हुन्छ नि कजन्समा आई हेभ अ बहिनी आई हेभ अ दिदी अनि दुवैमा एज ग्याप छ कि सो मेरो एजको चाहिँ दाई भाइ नै भयो त्यसले गर्दा मेरो चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ आई फिल लाइक हुन्छ नि आई क्यान मेक अ इजी कन्भर्सेसन विथ द गाई देन पहिला एउटा फिमेल फ्रेन्ड चाहिँ आई थिङ्क त्यो चाहिँ मैले आफ्नै नेचरमा गरेको
Which is easier for you?
Which is easier for me?
Making female friends or making male friends?
Good question. I think making a male friend is easy. If you
for
ask
you,
me,
no, for you,
for me, I know. But if you ask me, what do I appreciate more? Say female friendship.
I want to take you decide. I mean, it's your personal experience.
I appreciate that. And then when I have a solid female friends and malai mazza lagcha and I have a few and it's amazing.
Hey, okay. And then of course, I mean, if we are sharing the same drink, I'm inviting them to a house party. Okay? It's like I'm inviting them for all the occasions. It's super easy. We didn't even think about a lot. Okay?
And see, that's also the perk of being a man. Okay? Maybe women are like, त्यस्तो सजिलो छैन क्या to just, you know.
छैन होला I think.
I think एटलिस्ट मेरो लागि एन्ड आई नो फ्यु अदर फ्रेन्ड्स चाहिँ हामी एउटा हुन्छ नि प्याक भन्नु के भन्नु एउटा हुन्छ नि लाइन छ क्या ओके दिस इज माई ग्रुप भनेर अलिकति प्रोटेक्टिभ हुन्छ नि आई थिङ्क वी बिकम द्याट एटलिस्ट आई डु
Okay, that's good. What are your hobbies, Yumi?
We talked about
you know, do you like traveling?
Oh, I love
because you
traveling.
didn't say anything about traveling.
I love traveling, yes, that is also my hobby. Obviously though,
because I know you didn't go to Japan. I mean
I mean, yeah. I know.
What kind of places you like traveling? Like what is your vibe? Is it nature? Is it the buildings? What is it?
It's the
nature.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think मलाई चाहिँ कहिले पनि building र structures, sculpturesहरूले चाहिँ fascinate गरेन. Yes, I'm gonna look at it. I'm like, oh, हुन्छ, but then it's not gonna stay with me. तर when you go out in the nature, you know, I love water. पानी चाहिँ एकदम मनपर्छ. And then I love
Pani,
hills.
what Puna? What is it?
Oh, wow.
Well,
Come
you
on,
mean-
Mousham.
Okay, yeah.
You have a podcast,
No,
Mousham.
yes, Yumi, yes.
I
No,
expected better.
continue. Come on, continue. Okay. What else with water? And tell me. So yes, you drink water.
I do.
Apparently.
Do you?
I try my best to drink as much.
Okay.
Yeah, but so far, we can see I've been drinking more non-water than water.
Oh,
So,
okay. Good to hear.
yeah, continue. So, yeah. So, what about water? Though? I mean, isn't it very vague about water? Like, what about water?
Be it ocean,
Like
be it
rain?
lake. I love rain as
You
well,
love rain?
yes. मलाई पानी पर्ने बर्खा मौसम पनि मन
I
पर्छ हैन,
love
yes.
Barkha Mousham. Yes. I love
Yeah.
my name, so I'll definitely pick it whenever someone says it.
Yeah, of course. अनि त्यही हो. Yeah, I love nature. Let's come back to what we were talking. And I love being in the nature and hiking हरू गर्न मन पर्छ. I
Okay.
like hills. I've not been to the mountains, but I would love to be in the mountains someday. त्यही हो. I think I am someone who loves traveling, तर अहिले चाहिँ I don't think I have got enough opportunities
yeah.
जस्तो लाग्छ हैन, and I'm very excited कि त्यो part of my life कहिले start हुन्छ because I am
Okay, yeah,
there's so many
yes,
things that I would
yes,
like to
yes.
do हैन, तर I think सबै एउटा फेजमा आउँछ and I think life has that in store for me as well where I would like to travel as much as I would
Much you
like to
can.
travel.
Has there been like any or like a traveling experience that like kind of stands out among all the travel that you might have had, like maybe best or the worst?
So recently
On top of
चाहिँ-
your head, anything.
recently say I would say New York.
What happened? Oh, in the New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Just because
Yes,
it was the
yes.
youth assembly, I know, त्यो थियो. But then talking about nature and all, say, I don't remember the year, but I was camping Yellowstone ma.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that. Why was that beautiful is I've been to Yellowstone quite a few times. I know 2-3 चोटि गएको छु. तर त्यो एउटा time was very beautiful किनभने many international students also participated in that camping. So people from around the world were there. So, and it was a different kind of experience. Mostly आफ्नै साथीहरूसँग क्याम्प गर्ने or कतै घुम्न जानेहरू प्लान्सहरू हुन्छ हैन, but then त्यो एउटा ट्रिप चाहिँ it was with strangers के
Wow. Okay.
हैन. So that was it. I just met them there. We become friends. I know we shared stories and we're I think around 20 people. I know only त्यो एउटा experience I think I'll always cherish it.
How long was that? Like how many days?
I think it was 3 days as much as I remember. I think 3 दिनको थियो त्यो. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a long time back. I think in 2018.
Okay. Maybe you, I mean, out of like many hats you wear, we talked a lot about Entrepreneurari, you being the co-founder of it. You also work with public health. Is it something that you do?
Yes. So going back to my academic background, say मैले bachelor's say community and public health गरेको. अनि after that, you know, I was looking for jobs like any other international students would हैन त्यो टाइममा. अनि I didn't get many त्यति बेला good offers. So I did a few internships अनि volunteer कामहरू पनि गरेँ त्यो टाइममा. So I don't have a lot of experience out of it, but then there was a time where I was actively working for mental health and stuff like that. So yes.
Yeah, I mean, you had a podcast too with Talking Ladies, right? About
yeah, that was 2 years back.
Yeah, about mental health. I mean, how is the issue about mental health among the women? How is that?
I think a little, if about men women के कुरा गर्ने हो भने चाहिँ I think it's a little better because किनभने चाहिँ I think हामी चाहिँ expressive छौँ हैन, vulnerable हुन सिकेको छौँ. हामीलाई त्यो एउटा स्पेस दिएको पनि छ. Maybe men have not हैन, उहाँहरूलाई गाह्रो हुन्छ होला to be vulnerable, to share their experiences. तर I mean, yes, the case is very worst. होइन नराम्रो पनि छ तर अब कम्पेयर गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एटलिस्ट वी गट इच अदर, वी क्यान लिसन टु इच अदर, वी क्यान टक अबाउट इट भन्ने चाहिँ छ. बट देन आई थिङ्क पीडा त एउटै हो दुबईको.
And of course, I think men, we want to be vulnerable. The way society is constructed, we don't get it. Get to be, I know. Because if you see a man crying, if a man sees a man crying, there is a certain, I think, demeanor to it, I guess. In a way that you feel that maybe society would just take it in a very different direction than what exactly it is. Because for men, you are not even, for a lot of us, I think, you are not treated as human, but a man. So you don't get to be vulnerable. The only time I've seen men cry is when they're cutting onions. That's the only time we were okay crying. But other than that, I mean, we kind of hide it. It's not like we don't want to cry. It's like we hide it so nobody sees a man cry. Why? Because, hey, this is men's world, no? That's how the thing says. That being vulnerable is also something that we all have to be open to. Because emotion is for everybody. You know, you cry if you feel like crying. Let the emotion just flow. You know, just take it easy. Don't take unnecessary stress just because that's how the society is constructing you as a man. I know. Yumi, who is Yumi? Who is Yumi? How do you define yourself, Yumi?
Wow.
Who is Yumi?
Who is Yumi? I think म चाहिँ आफूलाई जहिले बिकमिङ एउटा हुन्छ नि त्यो एउटा ब्राकेटमा राख्छु. किनभने लाइक यु आस्क्ड मी, यु आर अल्सो पब्लिक हेल्थ प्रोफेसनल भन्नुभयो होइन. देन यस द्याट इज अल्सो समथिङ आई वाज होइन. अहिले एक्टिभली मैले त्यसमा हुन्छ नि गरिरहेको छुइनँ होला, बट देन द्याट वाज अल्सो युमी होइन. सो आई थिङ्क मलाई चाहिँ युमी इज समबडी हु इज कन्सटेन्टली बिकमिङ समथिङ. धेरै कुरा बन्न मन छ एन्ड धेरै कुरा सिक्न मन छ. सो आई थिङ्क आइम अलवेज द्याट पर्सन, अ स्टुडेन्ट फर लाइफ भन्छु म चाहिँ युमी.
I have this questions, a set of questions that I asked Priyanka when she was here for my first podcast, and I would like to ask that to you as well. Like I want to ask to all the guests.
Yes. You
don't have to. No, you don't have to, because I don't want you to repeat the answer. Okay, imagine, right? Imagine if a writer was writing a book.
Oh.
Right? The writer has always been writing the book, though. So the writer knows you as much as you know about yourself, right? So he's in you almost. He's writing as it is happening too, right? So imagine if a writer is writing a book, how would they write?
How would they write it?
Yeah, right now, if they're writing right now. Because they're always writing. They wrote in the past. Yeah, they're also writing now. So imagine if a writer is writing your book, how would they be writing?
So I don't know about the future, how it's going to turn out.
No, about right now. About right now. How is he writing?
Let me take you the good part.
Hey, skip to the good part. Yeah. Is that what the writer is doing?
Oily say yes. Tara, I'm pretty sure the better of it is still yet to come for me. I know. Tara, oily I think I'm having my best time.
What is the best time? What is the writer writing about the best time that Yumi is going through?
Yumi's content, oily, with everything that she's doing and becoming, oily Yumi content so, you know, she's happy. Well, she might have her doubts at times, you know. Tara, राति सुत्न अगाडि चाहिँ अलिकति ढुक्क भएर चाहिँ सुत्न थालेको छ युमी. So I think that is what the writer is writing right now. Yeah.
What do you think the writer will write in the future?
In the future?
What do you think the writer will write?
That's the question for the writer.
Or how do you want the writer to write you in the future?
Better. किनभने अहिले जे कुरा म यस्तो कन्फिडेन्सले अहिले यहाँ बोलिरहेको छु होइन, मेबी आई विल नट फिल द सेम वे इन another 5 years होइन. Of course I'll be a better person, of course I'll evolve होइन, त्यही भएर better.
Is there anything that you want the writer to not write?
Not write? I don't think so. So recently my mom हुन्छ नि, I told her मेरो यति धेरै, of course I've made mistakes होइन, अनि त्यसले गर्दा कति सेटब्याक्सहरू पनि भएको छ लाइफमा. And I was talking to her about it and she told me, अरे बाबा तिमीले त्यो सबै नगरेको भए त you wouldn't be the person that you are today. So it has stuck to me, I know. अनि the same conversation I had with my Sanima and she had the same thing to tell. So no, there is nothing that the writer should not write. किनभने त्यो सबै एक्सपिरियन्सले त म आज यहाँ बसिरहेको छु र अझै बेटर प्लेसेसमा मलाई लग्छ नि त.
Of course,
right?
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's what the experiences are for. Because a lot of the time what we do is we regret about things. Malazi, I don't like regretting about anything. Even if the coffee is not good, I tend not to regret about it. I know I'm going to have a better coffee tomorrow. I always know that. And we don't have to regret about things. I know we just have to go with the experience and collect as many memories and experience that we can possibly can. The only thing that I always prioritize is just being healthy. As long as you're healthy, and as long as I have like 7 hours of sleep every day, I'm ready to take any challenge any day. How often do you like sleeping? How often do you sleep? How many hours do you sleep in a day?
I love sleeping, but then I have a hard time sleeping. And it's not the case every time, but yes.
Are you an introvert or extrovert, Yumi?
Introvert? Yes, I know. Tara alikati timसँग comfortable हुनुपर्छ with the people. Then they have seen the extreme of me as well. So introvert, yes. Tara you have to, I think it's the intention. के कोही मान्छे तिमीसँग बोलिरहेछ and you pick up the intention behind it. अनि मान्छेमा यति धेरै layers हुन्छ. At least I have. अनि कति layers हटाउने राख्ने चाहिँ I think it's me. I can control it जस्तो लाग्छ.
Okay. It's always the ongoing process, because layers are always there. Your tie orko. As long as you know, okay, I think I'm okay.
So you as a podcaster, okay, so you must be speaking to so many people. What do you think? So कतिको हुन्छ नि, how comfortable you think I am right now?
Oh wow, you're putting me on a spot.
Why?
I think of course, exactly. I think you're good. I could tell you are an introvert, but I also see a tendency of being an extrovert when the space demands it. That's what I think it is. So if you ask me, if you are an extrovert, introvert, you are an introvert. Right, and I can be wrong, right? You just said, you are an introvert. I think mostly, at least leaning towards introvert, and you have your own that good zone where you are like.
Oh, I love my space. Yeah. So I'm also homebody, but then मेरो nature of work I have to be out there, which I enjoy as well. Like socially, social anxiety पनि but then I love being social as well. तर ideal day for me would be in my room doing my thing, be it dancing, be it painting, be it watching a good show. I think this is more like my one person. I really respect and having that time for myself.
Yeah, that is good. I'm pretty sure in this space that brings you extrovert, you are probably be the one who screams the loudest. Are you?
Oh yes, I am.
Huh? Yeah, I think that's true. No, yeah, that is good. That is good. Oh my God, this has been such a like a lovely time that we have been touching bases on so many things. I know about entrepreneurship, being a woman, the issue, the men, the crimes that is happening against the women and all. So this has been such an amazing podcast, I think, Yumi, because I know we are driving and you're asking me how prepared are you and all, and you also told me, Alikati, you are nervous as well. I know.
It's a good nervous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's,
one should be.
I think one should be nervous. The Mopani, before I came here, I went there to write some stuff, and then after I went to restroom because I like listening music. So before I do a podcast or anything, I have my earpods on. I was in the restroom looking at the mirror and just listening to this music and just vibing it. And then when I got here, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. But such an amazing talk. Thank you so much, Yumi. You have been an incredible guest. Thank you for being so vulnerable too. Thank you for trying to bring the best of you in many instances. Is there anything that you want to share that I might not have given you a chance to share? Or anything you just want to tell about me, or a podcast or anything, Yumi?
Yeah, of course. I had an amazing time. I think at first I was a little nervous when we started, but as we started speaking, I had a lovely time. Keke bole. We'll find out later, as this will air later, and you will see. But I had an amazing time. Thank you, Mousham, for this invitation. And thank you, team. We have a team out there, guys. I know.
Thank you, guys. Yes,
but then we have a team out there and a lovely team. Yeah, they were communicating. So messages, notes, and they were showing each other. And it was fun to see it from here. So I had an amazing time. I think I shared most of it. And that you gave me an opportunity to. So is that a wrap?
Yep. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yumi.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Thank you, guys. Yes.
Oh, wow.